Berlin is buzzing. The draw's out, the stakes could not be higher. Alex Eala is just hours away from stepping onto the grass at the Rot-Weiss Tennis Club to face Donna Vekić in the first round of the Berlin Open. The winner gets a shot at world number 2 Elena Rybakina. The loser goes home with 0 ranking points and a Wimbledon seeding crisis on their hands. But before a single ball has been hit, another conversation has taken over the tennis world. A question about Roger Federer. A question about something the 20-time Grand Slam champion said about Alex Eala just weeks ago. Something that has stuck with her. Something that has followed her from Abu Dhabi to Birmingham to Berlin. What did Federer say that has everyone talking? Why is this question resurfacing now before the biggest match of Eala's grass court season? And most importantly, is Alex Eala feeling the pressure of the Swiss maestro's words? Today on TopSpin, we are breaking down the Roger Federer question, what it means for Alex Eala, and how it could impact her blockbuster clash against Donna Vekić. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let us go back to December 2025, Abu Dhabi, the Mubadala World Tennis Championship, an exhibition event, a chance for tennis fans to see legends and rising stars share the court in a relaxed, celebratory atmosphere. Roger Federer, the 20-time Grand Slam champion, now fully retired from competitive play, agreed to play a mixed exhibition match against Alex Eala. It was supposed to be fun. It was supposed to be an honor for the young Filipina to share the court with one of the greatest players of all time. But, according to reports, something went wrong. After the match, Federer reportedly called out Alex Eala for treating the exhibition like a high-stakes Grand Slam. He said she was so intent on proving herself that she lost sight of the celebratory vibe of the event. The exact quote, as reported by the Tennisistic Sphere YouTube channel, was that Eala misinterpreted the purpose of our event tonight. The tennis world exploded. Hashtags like Team Eala and Federer was right trended on social media. Fans took sides. Legends weighed in. Martina Navratilova backed Federer, calling it tough love from experience. Chris Evert suggested the intensity got misread. An anonymous WTA player called it public tearing down. Eala's camp responded gracefully. They insist she respects Federer and competes with her usual fire. But the damage was done. The question was planted, and it has followed Eala ever since. Is Alex Eala too intense? Does she try too hard? Does she put too much pressure on herself to prove that she belongs? These are the questions that the Federer incident raised. And now, as she prepares for the biggest grass court tournament of her career, those questions are being asked again. Because Berlin is not an exhibition. Berlin is not for fun. Berlin is for ranking points. Berlin is for Wimbledon seeds. Berlin is for proving that she belongs among the best in the world. And Roger Federer's words are echoing in the background. The timing of this resurfacing question is not accidental. With Eala on the cusp of a Wimbledon seed, the tennis world is watching her every move. The pressure is immense. The spotlight is blinding. And everyone wants to know, can she handle it? Or will she, as Federer suggested, let her intensity get the best of her?
Now let us focus on the match at hand, because while the Federer question is interesting, the real story is on the court. Alex Eala is facing Donna Vekić in the first round of the Berlin Open. This will be their third meeting, and the history favors Eala. Their first meeting was at the ASB Classic in Auckland on January 6, 2026. Eala won in 3 sets, 4-6, 6-4, 6-4. It was a comeback victory. Eala lost the first set, looked down and out, but fought back. She showed grit. She showed resilience. She showed that she does not quit. Their second meeting was just 8 days later, on January 14th at the Kooyong Classic exhibition in Australia. Eala won again, this time in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4. That match was an exhibition, so it does not count for ranking points, but it does count for confidence. Eala has beaten Vekić twice. She knows she can do it again. The Berlin match will be different. The surface is grass, not hard court. The stakes are higher. The winner faces world number 2 Elena Rybakina in the second round. The loser goes home with 0 ranking points, putting her Wimbledon seeding in serious jeopardy. Vekić is a dangerous opponent. She is a former top 20 player. She has been to Grand Slam quarterfinals. She has the power and experience to trouble anyone on any surface. But she is also 30 years old. She is not the player she once was, and Eala has already figured out how to beat her. The key to this match will be Eala's mental approach. This is where the Federer question comes in. Will she play with controlled intensity, or will she try too hard and make unforced errors? Vekić will try to frustrate her. Vekić will try to push her into uncomfortable positions. Vekić will try to exploit any sign of mental fragility. Eala's coach has been preparing her for this. According to sources close to her team, they have been working on staying calm under pressure, on trusting her game, on not trying to do too much. The Federer comments have been discussed, they have been analyzed, and they have been used as motivation. She is not trying to prove anything to anyone except herself, a source told TopSpin. The Federer thing is in the past. Alex has moved on. She is focused on Berlin. Let us talk about what is actually at stake in Berlin, because this is not just about beating Vekić. It is about Wimbledon. It is about history, and it is about Alex Eala's future. Right now, Eala is ranked number 33 in the world. The top 32 players at Wimbledon receive seeds. That means she is just one spot away from becoming the first Filipino ever to be seeded at the All England Club. That is the dream. That is the goal. And Berlin is the key. Here's the problem. Eala is set to lose 163 ranking points right at the seeding cutoff on June 22nd. Those points come from her runner-up finish at the Eastbourne Open last year. When they expire, her ranking will drop unless she replaces them with new points. That means she needs a deep run in Berlin. The Berlin Open offers significant ranking points. A first-round win, which would come against Vekić, is worth 60 points. A quarter-final appearance is worth 108 points. A semi-final appearance is worth 180 points. If Eala reaches the semifinals, she will earn enough points to offset the 163-point loss and likely secure her seed. But if she loses to Vekić in the first round, she earns only 1 point. Then, when her Eastbourne points expire, she could drop out of the top 35. Her Wimbledon seed would be gone. The Manila Times put it perfectly. Eala is on the cusp of a Wimbledon seed, but also in danger of not reaching it. That is the crisis. That is the pressure. That is why the Federer question matters. Because the last thing Eala needs right now is to be thinking about what Roger Federer said 6 months ago. She needs to be focused. She needs to be calm. She needs to be the player who beat Vekić twice before, not the player who gets overwhelmed by the moment. The winner of Eala versus Vekić faces world number 2 Elena Rybakina in the second round. Rybakina is the 2022 Wimbledon champion. She has beaten Eala before. She is one of the best grass court players in the world. If Eala gets past Vekić, she will have to face Rybakina, and that match would be even bigger, even more pressure, even more at stake. But one step at a time. First, Vekić, then Rybakina, then the seed, then Wimbledon. That's the path, and it starts now. Alex Eala has not directly addressed the Federer question in recent days, but she has spoken about her mindset heading into Berlin, and her words reveal a player who is focused, grounded, and ready. In an interview with the Daily Tribune after arriving in Berlin, Eala talked about the inspiration of seeing Serena Williams on the comeback trail. She said, "It's incredible. I did not think that I would be able to experience that in my lifetime, to be on the tour while Serena is competing as well. To be able to see that firsthand and experience the tour at the same time as her is something I'll remember for life. That is not the language of someone who is overwhelmed by pressure. That is the language of someone who is grateful, someone who is soaking in every moment, someone who understands how special this journey is." Eala also addressed the cutthroat nature of the grass court season. She said, "Everyone's preparing for Wimbledon, so it's really cutthroat. More than anything, it motivates me and keeps me focused. Of course, it's a physical feat to go deep in a tournament, so I'm just trying to keep my body in shape." Again, the focus is on process, on preparation, on staying healthy, not on the rankings, not on the seed, not on Roger Federer, on the things she can control. This is the mindset of a champion, and it is exactly what she needs against Vekić. The Croatian will try to drag Eala into a battle of nerves. She will try to exploit any sign of weakness. But if Eala sticks to her game, trusts her preparation, and plays the way she has been playing on grass, she should win. Eala's coach has been reminding her of the 2 victories over Vekić earlier this year, the comeback in Auckland, the straight sets win in Melbourne. Those matches prove that Eala has what it takes to beat this opponent. She does not need to do anything special. She just needs to be herself. And that, perhaps, is the answer to the Federer question. Alex Eala is not trying to prove anything to Roger Federer. She is not trying to prove anything to the critics. She is not trying to prove anything to the tennis world. She is proving something to herself, that she belongs, that she is ready, that she can handle the pressure of being the hope of a nation.
Let us make a prediction, because the tennis world wants to know. Will Alex Eala beat Donna Vekić? Will she secure her Wimbledon seed? And will she silence the doubts that have followed her since the Federer comments? Here is my take. Alex Eala wins this match. Not easily, but she wins. She has beaten Vekić twice before. She knows the Croatian's game. She knows her weaknesses. And she is playing with the confidence of someone who just won a grass court title in Birmingham. The first set will be tight. Vekić will come out aggressive, trying to impose her power. Eala will be tentative at first, feeling out the court, adjusting to the grass. But she will settle in. She will find her range. She will start moving Vekić side to side, exposing the Croatian's slower footwork. Eala wins the first set, 7-5. The second set will be more comfortable. Eala's confidence will grow. Her serve will click. Her returns will find the lines. Vekić will get frustrated, start making errors, start questioning her game plan. Eala breaks early and never looks back. She wins the second set, 6-3. After the match, reporters will ask her about Federer. She will smile. She will say something diplomatic. She will thank him for his advice and say she is focused on her own journey. But inside, she will feel vindicated. She will feel that she has answered the question, not with words, with her racket. Then comes Rybakina. That is a different challenge. The world number 2 is a machine on grass. She serves huge. She hits through the court. She has won Wimbledon before. Eala will be the underdog, but underdogs win sometimes, and Eala has already proven that she can compete with the best. The Wimbledon seed is not guaranteed yet. Even a win over Vekić does not lock it in. Eala needs to keep winning. She needs to earn points. She needs to prove that Birmingham was not a fluke. That is the challenge. That is the opportunity, and that is what makes Berlin so important. So here is where we leave you. Before Alex Eala faces Donna Vekić in Berlin, a Federer question has tennis fans talking. But Eala is not talking about Federer. She is talking about Vekić. She is talking about Rybakina. She is talking about Wimbledon. She is talking about the dream. And she is ready to answer every question from every critic with the only language that matters, the language of victory. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.